Yo, what's good guys? Jixer Jesus here. Today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how to steer on a motorcycle. Now there's a lot of people asking for a video about how to steer your motorcycle. There's a lot of beginners that watch my content, and just a lot of beginners on YouTube that are searching up every day how to steer on a motorcycle. So we're going to talk about two things while we're talking about how to steer on a motorcycle. The first thing we're going to talk about is just normal steering, kind of normal, just going back and forth, left to right. And then the second thing that we're going to talk about is high speed steering, which is also commonly called counter steering. So I'm taking this kind of country road today. As you can see, we got cornfields on both sides. We have a little bit of traffic up here because it looks like someone's turning. And we got a Harley Davidson rider. Downshift here to third, downshift here to second. Once we get back up to speed here, I'll resume. The first area that we're going to cover in this video is going to be just steering in general, not necessarily high speed steering, not necessarily going around curves. We're going to be going in a straight line here. We got a car turning in front of us. We got to slow down. But whenever you're just riding in a straight line, whenever you're going in normal 35 to 55 mile an hour, whenever you're not going high speeds necessarily, on a motorcycle, you obviously can't turn like a bicycle. If I were to turn my handlebars to the left, I would crash my bike. You can't do that whenever you're on a motorcycle. So we have to come at it a little bit differently. So for example, on a motorcycle, whenever you're going, up to 65 mile an hour, up to 75, really doesn't matter what speed. This is kind of how you're going to move your bike back and forth if you're riding in a straight line. It's going to be pushing left to go left, pushing right to go right. So for example, whenever we're talking about pushing right to go right, I literally mean pushing forward on your left handlebar to go left, and pushing forward on your right handlebar to go right. So as you can see here, we're gonna go all the way to the right over here, and I'm gonna push on my left handlebar. Ready? I'm gonna push forward. I'm gonna use the web of my fingers between my thumb and my pointer finger, and I'm gonna push forward. So we're all the way to the right here, and if I push forward, you see how my bike moves to the left? You see that? Let's do it again. Let's go to the right again. Let's finish this curve out real quick. But as you can see, I'm all the way to the right now. I'm gonna push forward. You see how my bike leans to the left there and goes to the left? Do you see that? Do you guys see that? Look, left. Look at that. You push forward. Push forward. You see that? It'll lean your bike a little bit. Don't get scared. Don't get hesitant. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. So look, push left to go left. And the throttle side is a little bit different. So for example, the throttle side, you want to make sure that you're being careful with your throttle, because whenever you push on your throttle, you don't want to give it a lot of speed, because that'll make you lose control if you're going around a turn, or if you're just riding in general. You don't want to just randomly give excessive speed whenever you're not prepared for that. So we're all the way to the left here near the yellow line. And what I'm going to do, whenever you're on your throttle side, you don't necessarily want to open up your hand like I was doing on my non-throttle side, because you want to make sure you keep complete control of your throttle. But for example, I'm going to go all the way here to the left, and I'm going to push forward on my throttle side. Ready? Watch this. Push forward. Ready? Push forward. You see how it moves me? Look at that. We're going to do it one more time here. We're all the way to the left side here, and we're going to push forward, and we're going to go to the right. So the first thing is, whenever you're just riding a motorcycle in general, it's going to be push left to go left and push right to go right. A lot of people say, can you pull left to go left and pull right to go right? I do not recommend pulling, because it kind of switches the way it kind of like does it reverse if you pull. So like if I were to pull on my left side, it's going to go to the right. And that's not really what I want to do. But if I were to push on my left side, it's going to go to the left. You see that? So it's all about where you want to go whenever you're on a motorcycle. And curves are pretty similar. So whenever we start to hit curves, the second area of topic of this video is going to be going around curves and turning on your motorcycle. Whenever you're going around curves and turning on your motorcycle, the car behind me was riding my butt. I had to get up here a little bit. I might be a cop behind me, actually. I might be in some trouble here. So here comes a curve right here. This is a good way to explain it with this curve. So it's not a super sharp curve, which is totally okay. I'm going to put pressure on my right side here as we're going around this curve. It'll lean my bike a little bit and complete that curve. And now we have to curve a little bit to the left here. Ready? Put pressure on that left side, and it's going to help me make that turn. So this also is a very important thing at low speeds. Like for example, we need to go ahead and turn right here. We're going to downshift to third, downshift to second here. We do have kind of like a yield here. So again, I don't have to stop completely. I'm going to put pressure on that right side. Look at this. I'm making the turn, putting pressure on that right side. I haven't turned my handlebars at all. My handlebars are staying completely straight. They haven't turned at all, not to the left, not to the right. And just another way to prove this topic to you, to make it make a little bit more sense, whenever you see motorcycles all the time, they swerve left and right in their lane. all they're doing is putting pressure on that left side, pressure on that right side, pressure on that left side, pressure on that right side. Look at that. Pressure on that left, pressure on that right, pressure on that left, pressure on that right, pressure on that left, pressure on that right. Do you see that? So the pressure on each side of the handlebar is what kind of leans your motorcycle and turns your motorcycle. We have a pretty good curve up ahead here. It's a left curve, so we're going to put pressure on that left side. What's up, baby? I like to say hi to the bicyclists because they're bikers too. Come on, 2 wheels. All right, so look, left side, ready? Pressure on that left side. See how my bike's leaning to the left? We're making this curve here. I haven't turned my handlebars. They're completely straight. So whenever we're talking about steering on a motorcycle, the most important thing to think about is pushing left to go left and pushing right to go right. Now, I understand this video might be a little bit repetitive because I've said that a couple times, but this video is for a specific audience of people that want to learn how to turn their motorcycle. So if you want to watch it for 10 minutes, to make it make more sense, it's very important that this makes sense to you, because like I said, you can't just turn your bike. You can't just, I can wiggle my handlebars, but you can't just turn your handlebars. You will wreck your bike. This guy's riding over the yellow line, man. So steering on your motorcycle is obviously very important if you're learning how to ride and riding your motorcycle. Now, it's a little bit different when you get down to slow speeds, because at slow speeds, when you're going 0 to 10 mile an hour, you can turn your handlebars. But whenever you're moving like this, you have to go the pressure route. The pressure route is what makes you turn your motorcycle. That's what makes it completely safe. Got a straight right here. But see, if you're going, like for example here, if you're going like 2 mile an hour and you want to turn your motorcycle like this, you can do that. You see that? Turn, turn. There we go. So now we're on a little bit of a back road here, which is good. I don't ride back roads that much, but you know, for the purpose of this video, I think it's pretty important. So let's summarize everything that we've talked about in this video. If you're learning how to ride a motorcycle, if you're learning how to steer a motorcycle, this video is for you. This video is important for you to watch. We have a little bit of a curve up ahead. We're going to be curving a little bit to the right here. So we're going to hit the outside and we're going to put pressure on that right side. It'll help us make that turn. You see that? And you can tell when I'm putting pressure on it. So look, I'm going to start all the way here to the right. Here's some left pressure. Here's some left pressure. See that? You see how my bike kind of leans a little bit and goes to the left? Look, left pressure. See that? Left pressure, left pressure. Now we do have to make a slow speed maneuver here. So the last thing that we're going to talk about in this video is turning while you're going very slow. So for example here, like I said, at high speeds you do not want to turn your handlebars, but at low speeds you will turn your handlebars just a little bit. So we're in 4th gear, 3rd gear, 2nd gear, and we're going to knock all the way down to 1st gear here, and we're going to turn our handlebars. Watch this. We're going to turn our handlebars just a little bit and put a lot of pressure on that right side to make that turn. So whenever you're going low speeds like 0 to 20, 0 to 10, you can turn your handlebars just a little bit. But the biggest thing is you're still putting pressure on whatever side you're turning. That's the biggest thing. So for example here, I'm putting a ton of pressure on this left side. Look, look, look. My handlebars are completely straight. I'm putting a ton of pressure on that left side. That is turning my bike, tilting my bike, and helping me make that curve. We have another curve here. We're going to curve this way to the right. So again, biggest thing here, there's a little bit of gravel there you want to pay attention to. You're putting a lot of pressure on your throttle side. Pushing forward is allowing your bike to tilt a little bit to the right, and that's helping you make that turn. We're going to tilt a little bit to the left here, and then we're going to tilt one more time here to the right. Ready? To the right, to the right, to the right. Tilt, push pressure on the right. There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about how to steer a motorcycle. Hopefully it informed you guys with a lot of knowledge and with a lot of, obviously I said push left to go left, push right to go right a bunch of times, but it's very important that you implement that into your brain. Look, pushing left here to go left. This is the last turn I'm going to do here, because this is such a sharp curve. Look, pushing right hard, putting all my pressure. Look, I have no pressure here on my left, pushing all my pressure on my right, and that's going to tilt your bike and help you make that turn. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was how to steer a motorcycle. If you're learning how to ride, first of all, congratulations. This is such a fun hobby and fun sport, is learning how to ride a motorcycle. But the biggest thing that I can stress to you is to get out there and practice and understand what moves your motorcycle, the pressure that you need to use to move your motorcycle, because maneuverability on a motorcycle is very important, whether people pull out in front of you, whether an animal comes out in front of you, whatever it is. Being able to react and move your motorcycle is very important. Look, pressure. See that? So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This was how to steer a motorcycle. My name is Jigsaw Jesus. Thank you guys for watching today's video. You guys are awesome. This is my second channel. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the long form content. Pressure. But my name is Jigsaw Jesus. I'm out. Thanks for watching. See ya.